I got an email through the Made by Martyn contact page on MadeByMartyn with a y.co.uk from a chap saying, could I make a ring with an internal diameter of 24 mil. Now I just pause this for a second and I'll show you what 24 mil is. That's 24 mil, or 24.02 mil. That's a big ring. So I'm thinking, I like the florin, the 2 shilling, but I reckon to go that, if you're going to go, you know, go big or go home, really, isn't it? So I'm going to have a go. He hasn't ordered it yet, but I'm intrigued now because that's colossal. I've made some big rings before, but that, even on the Durston, we're talking about kind of here. I don't know, I'm not sure. I like a challenge, and I've done quite a few different challenges recently. Let's go for it. It's going to take an awful lot of annealing, but we'll see. Using these 2 folding dies, I've gone as far as I can with the cones. Now, actually, let's measure that. 15 1/4. I'll say 15 because that means I've got to now make that 9 millimeters. Right, yeah. It's so that is going to take it from, oh god. Right, let's close this right up and see how. Oh, we've got to take it down to here. I don't know, you know. I think I'm going to do this one size at a time. About 1 mil, if that, at a time. So that means 10 lots of annealing, 10 lots of gentle stretching, 10 lots of cleaning the non-reeded side. So crikey, 45 minutes in so far. Right, come on, pull yourself together and get stretching this hole. Oh. One down. I think probably 9 or 10 more to go. Right. One day I'll get a proper camera set up here somehow so that I can video all of the process properly, but I'm afraid I'm not much of a video maker, and at the moment I'm just using my phone. This is my phone that I'm using to make this video. Right, we're gonna go from 9 more mil. This is, I'm not going to film all this because otherwise we'll be here all night. Yeah, we're still at it, boys and girls. It's it just doesn't look any bigger, does it? Oh. Oh, nice and gently. Right, I'm not sure whether the last one of these. Good God, look at that. Beep. Right. 6 or 7. I can't do this left-handed. Right. Oh. This is I like a challenge. I do like a challenge, obviously. This is coming on all right. It's going to be a very boring video, this, I think, because most of it is going to be me annealing the coin. But I'm not going to be beaten on this. We're starting to get to the stage where it's fairly... Turn myself off. It's fairly critical now, because if I just dry this off and go onto the light, I don't know if I mentioned the last bit I did about 15 minutes ago about getting a decent camera set up here so I can show people their rings being made. I'm also going to get some proper light, because at the moment I'm using these kind of like desk lamps. It'd be nice perhaps up there to put one of these nice LED strips. It is getting there, but the thing is, every time you stretch it a bit more, the metal gets thinner and thinner. And what I've been doing is trying to cushion it on the inside, but it is, I think we're going to lose a lot of the detail on the inside. I'm going to try and keep the actual, we go under here, keep the wording, but I think, I know we've lost, as you can see there, which is a shame, but the metal's got to go somewhere, and stretching it out does mean that in order to make it bigger it needs more metal from the inside, so a lot of that detail does go. Right, let's carry on making it bigger. Whoa. Guess what? I'm hoping we're getting near the end of this now. Oh, I had to have a little break because my arthritic fingers can only take so much. Oh, right. Now I think, sorry it's gone all dark here because I turned the light. I turned the lights off while I was having a bit of a rest. But look at my arthritic fingers, my poor arthritic fingers. Do you know what? I know, even if it does play havoc with my arthritic fingers, doing this sort of thing is actually good therapy, because you should use the joints. This is a tip for anyone with arthritis. You should try and use the joints as much as possible. Don't do it to the extent where you will damage your joints, but the more exercise the better. So this is why I kind of like enjoy doing this as well. So this is where now I'm going to try and open up the non-reeded side, and I have, before I just annealed it then, I did check it and give it a quick, are you focusing? Yeah, maybe. And give it a quick check to make sure that there was no imperfections, because this now is where we run the risk of any imperfection in that. This is where we punch the hole. Any imperfection there, as we stretch it, boom, ring's gone. It's then scrap, which after about an hour and 45 minutes nearly. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Crikey. Hour and 39 minutes. With a little bit of a break. So 10 minutes, hour and 20, so yeah, hour and 25 minutes. I don't know. I should have really have kept a better sort of watch on the clock. But I've been enjoying this, getting it up to this size. Right, now we need to see if we can get this size to match this. And I'm going to trim the inside of that reed off a little bit as well, just to smooth it off on the inside. Right, back in a bit then. Oh, we're still doing it. I think now this will be the last annealing. I'll tell you how much annealing I've done on here. Is these fire bricks are now bonkersly hot, and I've had to top my water up because that was of the temperature of the coffee I normally drink. Wow. Crumbs. I'm sure now we're not going to be far off. I measured it, and each time I think I've nearly got there, and every time it's a little bit out. I think this now will be, I think this is about 23. So I've only got to go a millimetre. Now, to get up to this, it's these last little bits, and every time I do that little bit more stretching, I've got my heart in my mouth, because just one tiny, I must turn that boiler off. That over there, by the way, boys and girls, is my little home brewery, and I've got the boiler going to clean everything down for a brew tomorrow. What I'm making. You didn't need to know that, did you? Yeah. Not happy with that. I'm gonna have to clean the inside of that reed. Right. God, we're so close. So close and yet so far away. Do you know what? The big reveal. Look at that. God. That is 24mm. I'm going to open the reed out a little bit, otherwise it might be a little bit tight. Oops. that's 20. Oops, come here. So that's 23.31, and that's because obviously the reed is thicker. But I'm going to trim the reed on the inside just to make it a little bit more comfortable. So I only need to take literally 1/4 mil off, and then it should be 24. I'm amazed. I've managed to get that up to 24. That's right. Anyway, let's finish it off. A different angle. I don't know if it will focus in properly, but I've trimmed the inside of the reed just with the deburring tool. I've kept as much of the detail on the inside. This is on the reed side. This is the difficult one to size, and we have got it 23.95, which, as far as I'm concerned, is good enough for me. I ought to say, I've gone off on one here. I've gone off on a tangent because the guy sent me a couple of emails. He hasn't placed the order. I was intrigued though. I was thinking, because I've had a few people recently with like serious challenges. The Morgan dollar was a serious challenge. There's been a 6pence, but knocking this up to that size, and I'll just show you, because people who watch these ickle videos of mine, you can stand up, will recognise the sizing on here. So that was the size of the 6pence that I was asked to make, and I've also got another commission for a size P 6pence. So that's where that is. Let me show you where this goes down on here. Right, that's the maximum size. It goes past the maximum size. It isn't a size. It isn't a size at all. It's a furrow. I'll just show you on my thumb. It's just like, this is my thumb. Look at that. Oh, sorry about that. Now, what can we say about this? I just hope this isn't a pinky ring. I'm going to polish it up now, because I'm amazed that I've got it as easily to that. What are we doing? 2¼ hours to 2 hours 17 minutes. I had about 20 minutes rest earlier when I went for a coffee and that. So it's a couple of hours. I'm going to give it a nice little polish now, see how it comes up. The detail is really, really nice. It kept some of the detail on the inside. Sadly, just like there's no way not stretching it up to that size. We're going to keep on, because it's just not happening. Right, let's polish it, see what it looks like. Got a problem. This is the polishing mandrel that I normally use. The ring will go on at various stages on there, and then I'll put it onto the so I would normally I'm just gonna have to put some gloves on and do it the old-fashioned way, by hand, and not use the mandrel. This is turning into a really fun and unusual challenge. I'm loving this. the reveal. I haven't overly polished it because I like the idea of keeping a little bit of an aged patina on these, but look at that. Ooh, focus. Which I don't know whether that light's helping or not. Probably not, actually. Oh. Yeah. But that was a little challenge that I set myself on the spur of the moment 2 and a bit hours ago. Just off the back of someone sending a query. And realistically, you know, even if they don't want it, I've really enjoyed making this. Just to push the boundaries again. And I always say, I'm not going to do any more of these silly challenges. But there you go. And even fits my worst arthritic finger look. That is just... Right. A half crown taken up to a non-existent size. 24mm internal diameter. It's a tight 24. It's 23 in it. It probably is about 24. But what a beautiful little challenge. Sorry, this has been one of those terribly boring and long videos. But it's mainly for me, I think, to look back on later. Because there are some things that, you know, like normal rings, yeah, I enjoy making them, and things like, you know, the threepenny bit ones in the process of making those. And I've sort of like done odd videos where I sort of show people how you knock a penny into a ring and stuff like that. And then comes along, you know, these really like massively groovy challenges like the 2020, the sixpence 2020, 20 sixpences for the year 2020, 20 quid each. And that was just the first time I've ever managed to do that type of thing. And then, you know, specifically sizing, I just, yeah. And that was, again, one of those little challenges I set myself. And I was thinking of trying to knock a florin into that, but I just don't think, because that is the same size as a florin, and I just don't think it will go. But by this time tomorrow I might have tried it. You never know, boys and girls. But the half crown, I think that's turned out beautifully. What a massive coin. Anyway, that's it. Sorry, this has been a bit one of those sort of like strange videos of not really doing very much apart from burning a coin. But if you've enjoyed this rubbish, please consider subscribing to the channel. It'd be lovely to have you. And yeah, superbly oversized half a crown. I think that can be, no, I'll turn it around a little bit, hang on. So we're going to need a thumbnail for the video. So I think that can be the thumbnail for the video. Right, thanks for watching. Stay safe.